Her white dress stood stark against the moonlit night as she disappeared into thin air. A bride in the pinnacle moment of her life mysteriously vanished during her wedding, leaving her groom and guests in a state of shock and confusion. This isn't the plot of a Hollywood thriller, but a chilling true story that unfolded on what was supposed to be the happiest day of a young couple's life. The bride, radiant in her white gown, was the epitome of joy and anticipation as she prepared to say, "I do." The ceremony was in full swing, the air filled with laughter and the clinking of champagne glasses, but as the night grew darker, so did the atmosphere. An inexplicable chill swept over the venue, making guests shiver in their formal attire. The lights flickered ominously, casting eerie shadows that danced on the walls. And then, in the blink of an eye, the bride was gone. One moment she was there, her hand in her groom's, her eyes sparkling with happiness. The next, the spot where she stood was empty. The music screeched to a halt, replaced by a deafening silence. The groom, pale and wide-eyed, looked around in disbelief, his hand still outstretched where his bride had been. The search for the missing bride went on for weeks, each day ramping up the tension and eeriness of the situation. The police scoured the area, the guests were questioned, but there was no trace of her. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. The bride's family, their faces etched with worry and fear, held on to hope. But as the days turned into weeks, that hope dwindled. The story of the vanishing bride became the talk of the town, sending shivers down the spines of those who heard it. The wedding venue, once a symbol of love and celebration, now stood as a chilling reminder of the mysterious disappearance. People whispered about the strange occurrences, the flickering lights, the chilling cold that had preceded the bride's disappearance. Until this day, the image of the vanishing bride haunts the memories of those present on the fateful night. Among the faces of joy and celebration, one face bore a chilling smile that was not of this world. Picture a wedding, a joyous occasion where two hearts unite in love. Amidst the sea of smiling faces, laughter, and clinking champagne glasses, there was an unexpected guest. This guest was not on any guest list, nor was he known to anyone present. Yet he mingled among the crowd, a shadowy figure with a smile that seemed to chill the air around him. As the evening wore on, the wedding proceeded blissfully oblivious of the spectral presence. It wasn't until the wedding photos were developed that the horrifying truth came to light. The photographer, while scrolling through the images, came across a figure that made his blood run cold. There, lurking in the background of the crowd, was a face that seemed to be not of this world. A ghostly figure, transparent and chilling, casting a dark shadow over the joyous occasion. Confusion turned to horror as the image circulated among the wedding party. No one recognized the figure, and yet there he was, present in every photo, a spectral guest who had not been invited. The smiles in the photos seemed to fade, replaced by the chilling image of the phantom guest. In the days that followed, strange events began to unfold. Members of the wedding party fell inexplicably ill, their joyous laughter replaced by painful coughs. The newlyweds, once brimming with happiness, were plagued by unending nightmares, waking up in the middle of the night drenched in cold sweat. The once warm and inviting home they had moved into was now marked by eerily cold spots that sent shivers down their spines. The joyous wedding had taken a dark turn. Every corner of their home, every memory of their wedding was now overshadowed by the spectral figure. The laughter and joy that once filled their home was replaced by an eerie silence, broken only by the whispers of the phantom guest. As the days turned into weeks, the newlyweds lived in a state of constant fear. The shadowy figures seemed to have cast a dark spell over their blissful union. The phantom guest, once a mere image in a photo, was now a haunting presence that refused to leave. The story of the phantom wedding guest serves as a chilling reminder of the unknown, a reminder that sometimes, amidst the joy and celebration, there may lurk a presence that is not of this world, a presence that can transform a joyous occasion into a chilling tale of horror. The phantom guest left more than just a spectral image, casting a dark shadow over the newlyweds' blissful union. The ring was more than a symbol of their love, it was a harbinger of doom. In a quaint little town, nestled between the hills and the sea, lived a couple deeply in love. Their story was one of those timeless tales of romance that warms the heart. They decided to seal their love with a wedding, And for this, they needed a ring. Not just any ring would do, but an emblem of their unique bond. They found their perfect symbol of love in an antique store, a vintage ring that seemed to hold a story within its lustrous metal and sparkling gem. Little did they know the ring's story was one of dread and despair. From the moment the ring was purchased, a series of unfortunate events began to unfold. It began with small accidents, objects mysteriously falling, strange noises at night. They dismissed these as mere coincidences, but soon the incidents escalated. Near-death experiences started to become a terrifyingly regular occurrence. Cars swerved out of control at the last moment, gas leaks happened inexplicably, and they narrowly escaped a house fire that sparked from nowhere. In desperation, they tried to rid themselves of the ring, the source of their misfortune. They attempted to return it, but the antique store had vanished without a trace. They threw it into the sea, buried it, even tried to burn it. But every time the ring would mysteriously reappear, as if bound to them by an unseen force. They sought help from spiritualists and paranormal experts, but none could break the curse. The ring, a symbol of their love, had transformed into a relentless tormentor. Their once blissful love story had turned into a chilling tale of survival. They lived each day in fear, never knowing when the next calamity would strike. Haunted by the ring's curse, the couple's once blissful love story turned into a chilling tale of survival. In the world of love and marriage, these tales serve as chilling reminders that horror can lurk in the most unexpected places. Let's take a moment to revisit the spine-chilling narratives we've just unraveled. The tale of the Vanishing Bride still sends a cold shiver down our spines. A wedding day turned nightmare as a blushing bride vanished into thin air, leaving behind a trail of mystery and fear. A day that should have been filled with joy and laughter instead etched into the minds of the attendees as a haunting memory. Then we had the story of the phantom wedding guest, an uninvited entity making its presence felt in the most unsettling way. The chilling image of that spectral figure lurking in the shadows, mingling with the guests, leaves an eerie aftertaste. A reminder that sometimes the unseen guest can be the most horrifying. And who could forget the cursed wedding ring, a symbol of love and commitment that turned out to be a harbinger of terror and despair. The ominous series of events that followed its discovery are enough to make one question the very nature of objects we hold dear. Each story a chilling testament to the fact that horror can infiltrate the most joyous occasions. The individuals involved in these tales are forever marked by their experiences. Their stories serve as a grim reminder that fear and dread can seep into the fabric of our lives regardless of the setting. These narratives have left an indelible mark on the annals of horror lore, continuing to send shivers down the spine of those who dare to delve into them. They serve as a stark reminder that the veil between the world of the living and the realm of the unknown is often thinner than we might think. As we part ways, remember, even in the happiest of times, the specter of horror is never too far away. Sweet dreams, my friends.